Holy fuck.
Holy fuck!
Holy fuck balls.
Wicked and weakness.
Welcome to
You
Pane
gotta
of Thrones,
see this.
episode 7. I'm your host, Kevin Panetta. You can follow me at Panetta Sexy Time. And with me are my co-hosts.
Hello, I am the Commodore of the Greyjoy Army.
And I'm Tabris. I brought the booze.
Pat buys the beer. So tonight's episode started with Bitch better have Bronn's money. What'd you guys think about Bronn and Jaime Lannister talking about, does a Lannister really pay his debts to Bronn?
You got a sack full of gold. I mean,
It's not a castle, though.
it's not a castle, no. Part of me still thinks, after that whole thing, I just wonder if Bronn's going to survive and he's going to go over to Tyrion's side. I mean, he's a sellsword.
I think Jaime and Bronn are going to go to Tyrion's side, to be honest.
I think Jaime's not going to be willing to turn. He's just too devoted to Cersei, but he might still get spared simply for Tyrion's sake. He might be a prisoner, but he could be spared. I love Bronn cracking up at Dickon's name.
Yeah, Dick on.
The sum of that scene was like, dude, come on. I'm doing so much work for you. I deserve more than just a bag of gold. That's really what it comes down to.
You got a big bag of gold.
Did you like the title, The Spoils of War? I thought that meant that the Lannister army was going to get all the gold. But apparently I was wrong.
I didn't know that was the actual name of the episode because Jake here kept saying it was called The Spoilers of War, and I thought that was just some online joke because the episode got leaked. Dear God, this episode fucking rocked.
Oh my God, I'm still hard. If I was a woman, my panties would be sobbing, soaked wet right now.
I'm not a woman, and I think I've got panties soaking somewhere just because of how awesome that episode was.
Amazing.
Fucking Jon Snow and Daenerys. They were fucking great, but they had nothing on me and Gloria. She was fucking great. Hung herself on a fucking chandelier. What the fuck? Carmella, she makes a great lasagna.
So scene 2, Littlefinger gives Bran Burrito the Dragon Blade. What do you guys think of the significance of that is?
The significance of that, I believe, is that Bran was basically like, bitch please. He says chaos is a ladder. Obviously, Bran sees everything.
Great quote.
He knows Littlefinger betrayed his father to some degree.
How about Bran getting a wheelchair? He's like Professor X now.
Fucking Professor X.
Bran X gon' give it to you. Gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you.
He was also like fucking Dr. Manhattan. You pointed that out.
Yes.
I've got so many memories. I almost remember what it was like to be Bran. That was so cool. I'm double fisting tonight.
The fucking dragons. The dragons.
Dragons. Holy shit, man.
So
Waited 7 goddamn years to watch dragons burning people up in the field like that. Dear fucking God.
Go back to Bran Burrito.
Back to Bran Burrito. It was an important question. We had to pause, discuss for a second. How much exactly does Bran know? We've seen him get a bunch of glimpses of the past, and there doesn't seem to be too much rules regarding what he can and cannot see. Does he know Littlefinger set his dad up?
I don't think he does.
That conversation was very ambiguous. It could really go either way.
If Bran doesn't look too deep into it, Arya definitely, like Arya said to Sansa, why is he here?
Yeah.
Because she knows a little bit about him. She was definitely like in between rooms just sneaking. She could have sneaked when Littlefinger was discussing with somebody because Arya's really good at hiding.
We agree,
Yeah.
Jake, but can you answer the question?
Yeah.
So, Jake, do you think that Bran knows that Littlefinger's setting that up?
Yes, I think he's going to give Arya little hints and clues about it, but he won't be involved in Littlefinger's death physically. That's what I meant.
I think I'm guessing Arya might kill Littlefinger. I think a big thing there is, we might be getting a little ahead of ourselves, but Bran gave Arya the dagger. I think either she's going to use that to kill Littlefinger and there's going to be some weird emblematic thing there, or she's still going to get a chance to cross Cersei off her list and she's going to use it with a dagger. We still don't know, after all this time, who the hell sent that cutthroat to kill Bran way back at the
Cersei.
beginning. Well, we're guessing. Cersei or Jaime. I think it's more of a Jaime move because Cersei overthinks everything. Jaime's very blunt and straightforward.
So the next scene, we have the long-awaited Arya arrival and Pat's erection. What do you guys think of the Arya and Sansa reunion?
Well, I'll say first, like, the one thing that pissed me off about those scenes is that guard. Because you're like, come on, I want to see Arya and Sansa meet together. I want to see it so bad. And these guards come in and like, oh, fuck off.
He just held
shut
things
the hell up.
Yeah, it was like
fucking
a,
hate
such a mean little tease. That
like,
little,
the episode's only 50 minutes long. Get these fat fucking
nobody.
European
I like
motherfuckers out of
your
here.
little mini Matrix dodge when he went to kind of like shove her off, though.
I teared up when they met. They said it was a long, hard.
Wasn't even the
sad
biggest
story.
reunion. I mean, they were never that close. They're closer now since they've been through some shit. But I mean, come on, of all the tearful reunions we're gonna see, that was definitely one of the lower key ones. It's just great that it happened. I didn't think she was going to Winterfell. I mean, we talked about that in other episodes. I thought after her whole little scene in Nymeria that we were gonna see she turned around and went back south and she was never gonna meet her family. 6 fucking seasons since she's seen a fucking member of her family. And Arya's back in Winterfell.
I like the
Holy
part
crap.
where Arya mentioned the list of people she's gonna kill, and then she played it off like it was a joke, and Sansa like asked who else is on the list. That was pretty funny.
And then Bronn brings it up later.
Yeah, I love that.
How fucked does Sansa have to be in the head right now? All her freaking siblings, she gets to meet Bronn. You look so pretty the night you got raped. She gets to meet Arya. Oh yeah, I got this list of people I'm gonna,
That's a little less crazy though.
a little less crazy.
I have a
but
list
still,
of people that if I was a psycho killer, that or at least people I'd like to spit on in public.
she just keeps meeting up with
Okay,
family
but-
members and they go fucking nuts.
But it comes back to what I said before. Sansa, Robb, and Rickon are more Tully than they are Stark.
Well, yeah, they always have been.
So last week, Jake said Varys was quite charming. Jake, who do you think this week was most charming?
I don't know. Davos might. I said Davos
Brought a
was the most
twinkle to your
charming.
eye.
No,
Jon and Daenerys definitely by far.
Here's my little finger shit-eating grin of the week.
Shit-eating grin of the week.
Shit-eating grin! Thanks, Mike.
The scene between Podrick and Brienne was very heartwarming because, in my opinion, like Brienne of Tarth is one of the most heartwarming characters on this show, and to see her live up to her vow, that really made me feel like really warm inside. And Brienne deserves it.
Catelyn would be
Brienne's
very,
awesome.
very, very proud of her right
She's
now.
amazing. A goal.
Yeah.
Brienne.
This is delicious. I can't wait till it
Yeah.
goes on sale till when Game of Thrones is over.
What do you think, Brianna Tarth? Like, what sport do you think she'd be best at if she was a pro athlete?
Basketball.
Rugby.
I think she'd be a roller derby girl. She definitely looks like a butchy kind of roller derby
No,
girl. that would, like,
she would be
put on-
dominant in volleyball.
I think she'd put like a strap on, like fuck every roller derby chick in the world.
She's
Full speed.
attractive though. Don't be politically incorrect about her.
That's not politically incorrect.
You want me to lie and be dishonest with my heart and say she's
I know a
a
bunch of
beautiful
people
angel?
who do roller derby. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. What's wrong with that?
Oh,
Is roller derby wrong? Is it bad?
I'm making popcorn. I brought popcorn.
Get your popcorn ready.
So the next scene, Missandei and Daenerys cock gossip about Grey Worm.
Non-cock gossip.
Ah, touche.
Tongue gossip.
Ah. And then that was a little quick brief scene. And then after that, Jon
It was
Snow.
funny, though. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. Jon Snow shows Daenerys the dragon glass.
And little sketches by the, what are they, forest folk or...
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is though? Like he showed Daenerys all these sketches, but like, how does she know he didn't just draw like the white the
I mean,
Night
they were
King
kind
and
of like
stuff?
carved into the rock.
Come on,
Like, he could have been down there for a little while and done that. I was more tickled by most of the freaking sketches. They're little circles for a sun here, and this little emblem here, and here's the little people, and here's the people, and then and here's the fucking White Walkers, and they look like they're like professionally drawn.
But if
and
you
painted
respect the
shit,
history of the
blue eyes and
Targaryens-
everything, come on.
If you respect the history of Targaryens,
I
you know they
don't.
would do something like that.
And then how about Jon Snow grabbing Daenerys' arm and
Yeah,
pulling her to see
holy
the
crap.
pictures, and she didn't even flinch.
I mean, that wasn't a huge like big moment shit or thing, but. Come on, she's a queen. He just kind of like grabbed her,
Dude.
and took her on the way. That's it's a little sign.
If you
there.
touch a girl in the bar at Nippers and grab her arm like this, you're like, don't touch me. You're a
so, yeah.
raper. And
You
he's
get thrown
fucking
out of the
touching a
bar, you
king.
just-
He's a king. That's what I'm saying. That's
she's a queen. Get your hand chopped off of that shit. I mean, come on, that's the thing. I mean, and she didn't even flinch. Holy crap!
I'm just saying, there's a
Crazy.
lot to that. That's foretelling.
Do you go to Nippers and grab girls by the
Shut
arm?
the fuck up.
But then that
Nippers
scene's
is a
done.
local bar. Any local pub we're talking about.
Then after that, Tyrion, the whole Tyrion's crappy battle plans, and time for action kind of shit going on.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Daenerys called Tyrion out for having a shitty battle plan and maybe having compassion to her family.
as smart as Tyrion is, well, it is a big point. I mean, she's gotten a bunch of losses in just a few little episodes, and, well, it's all because of his plans when it really comes down to it. You could say, okay, they just had better strategy, whatever. Still, she was following his word. He's supposed to be the big smart one, and everything's gone to hell so far.
And what did she do after that? She asked Jon Snow for battle advice.
That could have been some little building of a wedge there, like, oh, she's going to trust him over Tyrion. It would have been cliche if they went there, but... And even besides that, he kind of advised her, you don't want to burn everyone. Listen to what he says, don't just burn the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, what did Jon Snow say? He said, you're the queen who make people believe in the impossible. If you send these dragons on the people, you're just like everyone else. I was paraphrasing. I didn't write it down or anything.
More of the same. I think that's the big line.
More of the same, yeah. It's like,
you're not going to be something new. You're not going to be something special. You're just going to be another butcher killing people. Or
be better, and then she was better. I think Pat said during the episode, he's like, you can send the dragons on the Lannister army. That's different than killing
She's not burning towns and castles and peasants. She burned the living fuck out of an army. Come on, how awesome was that scene?
Like, I felt like in the first 3 episodes, Daenerys was very cocky. But she lived up to her cockiness in this episode, definitely.
I liked her in this episode.
Considerable MVP of the episode. Probably is. She's my MVP.
You want to talk MVP
Daenerys.
real quick? Okay.
We can do MVPs now, because Jake started. Jake says, Daenerys is definitely your MVP?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a split MVP. Brienne and Arya. I might like one more than the other, but the specific little sparring scene, I'm giving that moment the MVP for the episode. I love their little smiles next to each other as they had a draw at the end. They were blades at each other's throat.
I agree with Pat. Arya, she was. I'm totally engaged in anything Arya does this season.
Arya's fucking awesome. Okay.
Aren't you drinking wine?
This glass now has red wine, white wine, and sour ale.
Sounds like something Bill Cosby would make.
Hello, people. Pane of Thrones. We're here to announce our LVP's least valuable player of Spoils of War.
My least valuable player is Brienne. Pat picked her as his most valuable player, but she got her ass kicked to Arya, and she was a little cool, a little quiet.
She didn't get her ass kicked, but if it was a real fight, she would have been dead right away.
She lost a who has a bigger twat contest to Arya, so she is my least valuable player.
I'm gonna say my LVP was Littlefinger. I mean, he had a little speech with Bran, and he was sitting around giving shit-eating grins and just souring everyone's milk. But I don't think he did too much. I just wasn't that big. Jake?
Sansa. The thing that kills Sansa in Game of Thrones is her insecurity about herself. She's insecure, so she just has to cling on to somebody for help, and that's what she's going to do with Littlefinger. Either her or Littlefinger will get killed. That's like a 20% chance. Littlefinger, he's gone.
Arya's gonna kill Sansa because of some weird twisted sisterly thing, and then whittle Sansa's skeleton into a big spear and stab Littlefinger with it.
Jake, I think you
Official
should marry
prediction.
a geometry teacher because you're always talking about percentages.
I always love percentages all the time. They're so interesting.
Yo, you should fucking math teacher, man. Before we talk about the battle, I'd like to. I was cracking the fuck up at Bronn saying to Dickon.
I was just cracking up at him cracking up at the name.
Dickon!
And then he's like, so, did you go to fancy lad school?
They teach you that there?
They teach you that at
No,
fancy
why
lad
not?
school?
I got some red if you
I want to go to fancy lad school. Alright, so guys, talk about the battle, the final battle. Daenerys on dragons. A dragon my balls on your chin.
7 seasons to watch some dragons burning the fuck out of people. Come on. This was up there in one of the best fight scenes.
The battle scene was great editing and everything it was amazing.
I had goosebumps thinking Bronn was going to die, thinking Jaime was going to die. Did Jaime die? Daenerys might even die? That's the last thing
For a second we thought he was going to bring her down. I mean, even before he shot the dragon, I didn't actually think she was going down, but it had you thinking there. He had it dead in the sights. He landed a hit on the dragon. Is she just going to die?
Tyrion looking over like, come on, please run away. Please flee, you idiot.
Fly, you fool.
Flee, you fool. Oh man, it was so.
And yeah,
so,
Jamie's
so
in the water
good.
in armor. Do you think he's gonna get fished out next episode? And
Yes, I think next episode starts with Jamie getting captured by the by Daenerys' army, and then he's gonna warm up and actually join their side. But he won't fight with them. He's gonna be a prisoner, but he's gonna be on their side.
I think
don't think he's gonna
Daenerys
be like
is going to
getting free
flee his
reign,
dragonstone right away. I think she's scared. And I think Jamie and Bronn are just going to be on their own and just go back to Cersei and be like, yo, she has a fucking dragon that just killed like half our forces. So you have to chill and just bend the knee. She'll be like, no, I'm not going to bend the knee.
You can hold this up your knee, dude.
yeah, seriously, put it on camera.
You
Yeah,
all
just-
should
just
have
the
popcorn
battle.
watching that fight. It reminded me of Saving Private Ryan with dragons. It was that intense.
It was. I'd say it's easily one of top 2 battles in the entire show. I mean, maybe the top. It was big.
Going into this episode, I saw it was the shortest episode of the season, and I was very sad, and I thought it was going to be the worst episode of the season. But now we're going to pick 1 to 10 how we rate this episode and how it compared to the other episodes of the season. Would you guys like me to go first?
Go for
Yeah.
it.
I thought this was the best episode of the season. I would give it a 9.2. No, I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Round numbers. Let's keep
9 out
round
of 10.
numbers.
I loved it. I was at goosebumps. I teared up. I love the reunion with the Starks. Bran Burrito. I hate Bran, but I like saying Bran Burrito, so I like him a lot more just because of that.
I laughed. I cried. I got hard. It's a good episode.
Yeah, amazing. Like I said, if I was a woman, my panties would be soaked right now. But since I'm a man and I have a small penis, you can't see my bulge.
I'll give it a 9.4 out of 10.
Round numbers, man.
No, I like the points because then you can pick which episode's actually better. There's going to be some ties.
Fair enough.
And we've done points every other episode.
I'm going to give it a 9.0 to keep it at a round number. If I'm reserving a 10 for the very best episode of the whole goddamn show, I'd say this is up there among the best. I mean, yeah, slightly shorter episode, but so many awesome things happened, and it ended with that battle, which just seriously, holy fuck, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'd say this is easily.
It was a better
maybe-
battle scene than Battle of the Bastards.
I'm putting this at like among the top 5 episodes in the series, let alone the best episode of this season so far.
Dragons,
good fucking episode.
burning shit.
Dragon, just one dragon.
Yeah, how about when they're like the smell when Cersei killed everybody? They didn't know. Then Bronn's like, yo, they shit themselves when they die. That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
How they get to smell a bunch of people burning into fucking ash? Come on.
Yeah, I think Bronn, like, if he like there wasn't like a time of war, he'd be a stand-up comedian back in that era.
This is a prediction of mine. Daenerys is gonna be like, bend the knee to Jon Snow or I'll kill you. And he'll be like, no.
She's not gonna say,
And then she's gonna burn Jon Snow with a dragon, and he's gonna be naked and not burnt.
But that's not. Well, okay, one.
He already got
beyond
burned by
that
fire
point.
on an episode.
And 2, yeah, I pointed that out to him earlier. Very
Yeah.
first season, when he burned that the one zombie or whatever, his hand got burnt in the process.
Yeah, I thought that too, but then Pat enlightened me.
The whole, the dragon doesn't burn. That's a Daenerys thing. That's not all Targaryens thing. Besides, your brother got burned. Now they could say,
But
well,
when
he's
you-
a true dragon.
When
he
you
doesn't
build
get
on
burned.
the series, there's more mistakes that are gonna be made.
Maybe, and they could make some weird, stupid twist like, oh, since he got back from the dead, now something's
true.
different.
They could do that.
But I think it's a pointless twist, and it would need too much explaining when you can just avoid.
Like
all that
Sopranos, the second best series on HBO.
Remember in Sopranos?
They have a
when-
lot of
whoa,
fucking.
whoa, whoa, hold on
they have
one
a lot
second,
of fucking
real quick.
flaws.
Remember in Sopranos when we were talking about Game of Thrones and not Sopranos? That was my favorite episode.
Dude, remember when Samoa Joe was in The Sopranos? Then he
I
won the title
remember
from
that
Tony
part.
and he killed
And
Big
then
Pussy?
Jon Snow came on, and
I'm just saying, great HBO series have flaws.
Yeah, you guys are not even gonna let me post the show anymore after I admit this. I like Westworld better than Game of Thrones. But I hope you all enjoyed the episode today. Can't wait to see you and talk to you next week. Bend the knee, bitches.
Dragonfire.
It's bad.
It's because the main character reminds you of your ex-girlfriend.
is that why it is, Kev?
I wish
feelings.
you reminded me of my ex-girlfriend. I love, what's her name, Dolores? I love Dolores, man.
Dolores.